Hi, it's Dr. Azuhali again. We are finishing our series with some talk about diet. We'll have maybe another video on exercise. We talked about diabetes. We say you need to prevent, treat diabetes. Diet is a big part of it. Weight loss is a big part of it. Exercise, weightlifting is a big part of it. But when it comes to diet, it's very confusing. A lot of people are bombarded with hundreds of different diets and different things and different stories. And hopefully we can maybe shed the light on some of these diets. I can see in this slide here, showing there's so many: keto, paleo, veggie, vegan, Mediterranean. Which one is the best diet for me? We need to understand a few principles. One of them is whatever worked for my friend may not work for me. If my friend lost 30 pounds on this diet, doesn't mean I will lose 30 pounds on this diet. There's no perfect diet. There's no one diet for all. We need to diet. We need to do adjustments in our activities, but we have to adjust this based on our metabolism, based on our conditions, medication. All of these has to be into a factor. So we will talk on different diets, little principles, and pros and cons on each one of them. For example, some diets are geared more towards the heart. They're best for the heart. DASH diet, Mediterranean diet, these Ornish diet, for example, these diets are full of vegetables, fruits, fiber, good for the GI tract, good for the cholesterol, not great for the weight loss. But the good thing about these diets, they're healthy, they can be maintained for a long time, there's no side effects, no monitoring needed for anything like vitamins or electrolytes. You're not afraid of dehydration, not afraid of too much protein that affect the kidneys. So very safe, can be done on a long term. You just have to understand the limitations. So they are great in terms of cholesterol. They may be good for certain diabetics. Sometimes these diets are high on carbohydrates, especially with fruits. May not be great for diabetics. You have to understand if this is good for me or not. For example, DASH diet, very similar to the Mediterranean. As you see, has grains, vegetables, fruits, dairy products, low fat, some meat and poultry. So it's healthy choices. People don't lose a lot of weight on it, but their cholesterol and sugar improve. High-fat, high-protein diets became very popular. We have Atkins diet, maybe we don't hear much about it. In the past, it was very popular. They say you should be on very high fat and protein, very low carbohydrate, almost zero carbohydrate. The different versions of these diets. For example, paleo diet may not be like the Atkins that, again, we don't see anymore. Paleo was the idea that our body cannot handle new food that were introduced recently into our diets. And we can talk back and forth about this concept, is it true or not? Regardless, if you are using this diet to have more protein and fat and less carbohydrates and eat more healthy, it's a great idea. But if you use it just to be the only reason my body is going to lose weight and cure all diseases, just because of the concept of my body can handle these food because my 10,000 years ago my ancestor used to handle that food, may not be a crazy and accurate idea. Probably the most popular diets now are two: ketogenic diet and intermittent fasting. See so much about it. They're in your face all the time. If you go on any social media, people talk about it. A lot of friends have been using it and they do very well. A lot of patients talking about it. But we have to be careful with these two. One of them, the ketogenic diet. Ketogenic diet is not a new idea. It's been there forever. We actually were doing it 30, 40 years ago. The idea that if you deprive the body from carbohydrates to a zero carbohydrates, then the body has to get energy from taking it from fat. This will build ketone bodies. Ketone bodies makes you feel like first trimester in pregnancy, give you that nausea feeling, you're not as hungry. So this is the only diet that actually part of it, it will reduce hunger. At the same time, the amount of calories you're eating per day, usually less than 1,000 calories a day. It's very good for weight loss, quick weight loss. People feel better. If you are strict 100% on the diet, you lose weight quickly, but you have to be careful with keto diet. At first, the ketone bodies can cause problem in the kidneys. Dehydration is a problem, renal failure. High protein can also affect the kidney. Gout has been reported. Electrolyte problem has been reported also. If you want to do it, it's a great diet for weight loss, and actually your blood sugar will go down, your blood pressure will go down, but you have to be careful with it. You have to work with your doctor about monitoring your electrolyte, kidney function as you go on this diet at baseline and later to make sure I am not getting side effect from this diet. This is not a long term, and it's not something you can do for a very long time. It's not healthy for your body, but again, a short term solution. So probably in summary, I'm not discouraging anybody from diet. I'm just saying, do your research, talk to your doctor, pick the right diet for you. Know there's something I can do long term. It doesn't hurt me. It's something I can do short term just to lose weight so I can do better. Diet always requires exercise. Remember we talked about weight loss always work better if you build your muscle mass and exercise. It will work a lot better. As you see also when we look at this here, there's certain diets are better for weight loss, certain diets are better for healthy eating, like we talked the DASH, Mediterranean, MIND diet, TLC diet. Some are easier to follow. In terms of weight loss, Atkins and keto and intermittent fasting may be better, Weight Watchers. So pick the one, what am I looking for? And understanding that there's no one solution fits all. One diet that works for one person does not work for the other. One diet may fit this person, but not fit his brother or sister or father. There's a genetic variation, there's a food variation, activity variation with diet. And also understand that the misconception with diet that, well, I dieted, lost weight, then I stopped, I gained it back, so the diet didn't work. No, the problem with us now that our metabolism is different. We are prone to gain weight all the time. So diets and exercise and prevention of diseases is not a temporary solution. You don't see a cure of obesity or weight gain with one diet plan. You lose weight on a diet plan and you stop. Once you go back to the old habits, you gain it back again. That's not failure of the diet. That's not your own failure. This is just normal physiology. Our bodies, the food that we eat. If you want to talk about the problem, I think the food that we eat is the big problem. Everything we eat is mixed with different things that make us gain weight, make us sick, make us diabetic, makes us fat. So you always have to work on certain diet and certain exercise. You are sick of doing something for 3 months, switch to something else for 3 months, switch to something else for 3 months. This way it works. But go on a diet for a crash diet for 2 weeks and do nothing after that does not work. It's not healthy and it will rebound back to the same weight. I hope that gives you an idea, or when you're going to choose a diet, pick the one that's good for you, understanding this is going to be a chronic problem. It is something you have to be on for a very long time. And I have to understand what medication, diseases, conditions I have, and which diet will be good for me without causing any disease or problem. Consult with your doctor about that to stay safe and healthy. For diabetes in general, people ask that question. The safest diet to be on, very low carb, moderate fat, unsaturated fat, and moderate protein. So low carb diet is healthy. You can be on it for a long time. You don't have to worry about kidney or dehydration or ketones, and it can help your sugar. It may not be great for the weight, but it is a healthy diet you can be on for a very long time. Thank you.